Hey, how you doing? This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show. And I gotta apologize. I've really fallen behind. I came down with what I was thinking might be COVID this last Monday. I had sore throat, coughing, runny nose, sinus headache, and I was really worried. So I took a COVID test, and I tested negative, not COVID, just a cold, which I haven't had a cold in 35 years. So I've kind of forgotten how bad it can be. So you have to excuse my voice. It's kind of rough right now, but I'm coming back. I haven't done a video in about 4 or 5 days. I typically like to do 3 shows a week. So this is kind of my excuse. I have to take a breath every once in a while, and my nose is trying to run again, so I apologize for that. I've got a bunch of material to put on videos. I got 17 of the 20 radios that Jeff loaned me to do. I've got 2 Antop antennas, the over-the-air TV antennas. This is one right here. This is what's called the paper thin antenna. It's strictly indoors. You set it on a shelf or in a window or something like that. We're going to test this. This is probably going to be the most popular one. Now, the history of this kind of antenna, not this brand, but this kind of antenna, is they came out with a lot of real cheap ones, and they didn't work. Plus, they overstated its capability. I saw a video a couple of days ago where someone reviewed one of those, and it said in the documentation it can receive channels up to 250 miles away. Well, that's not physically possible unless you're getting some kind of ionosphere reflective bouncing signal, because VHF and UHF typically is line of sight. So your antenna has to see the transmitting antenna. Otherwise, you're not going to receive anything. So it's good for about maybe 75 miles, best case, due to the curvature of the Earth. And because of that, anything beyond 75 miles, the curvature of the Earth is going to prevent your antenna from seeing the other transmitting antenna, unless they're both, 1,000 feet in the air or something like that. Not likely. So we're going to test this guy out and see how well he does. I have another one from Antop, which is similar to the first one I did, which is a pretty tall outside antenna. It's similar to the 800 SBS antenna I did. And the SBS one did a fantastic job in my area. So we're going to test that one and see if it is as good as the 800, which is their top of the line and most expensive. This one is one step down as far as cost and capability. Maybe will do just as well in my area. All right. This week also, to kind of cheer me up, it was the timing was perfect, because I was really down in the dumps. My wife is over across Tampa Bay with her mother. Her mother's been sick, so she's having to take care of her. So I've been here alone taking care of myself. And this came in the mail yesterday. It's a little plaque with Tom's Radio Room Show. And what's really fantastic is the stand the person made. That is so cool. I'm going to be using this quite a bit in my videos. This was from Mike, who is a longtime subscriber of my shows. Mike, I really appreciate that. It's a nice gift, and it's very timely. Kind of cheered me up. I have done what Mike is doing, which is he's done this with a laser etcher. And I started doing that a couple of years ago because our local library had a big mammoth laser etcher that you could sign up per time and use it. And so I got into that, and I really, really liked it. It was cool. Made up a whole bunch of material to etch, and COVID came along and they shut that down. And that's almost 2 years now, and they still have not reopened it. I don't know if they ever will. So I was going to buy one myself, much smaller, of course, maybe a 5 watt or 10 watt. The one they have is a 40 watt. And one of my YouTube friends, we were talking about them because he was doing reviews of them, and he says, "Hey, I got an extra one. I'll send it to you. You don't need to go buy one." So I'm waiting. That was 3 months ago, and unfortunately, he is super, super busy, and he hasn't had time to box it up and send it to me. I'm looking forward to that. Okay, I also want to thank everybody for using my Amazon store. My profits are up, and what's really making me some money, which I use all my commissions to buy things for my shows. And now I'm also doing one other thing, is I'm buying things to make videos for Amazon, because I'm making a lot more money on Amazon for doing that than I do in my store and that I do on YouTube. So check out my Amazon store. Check out my videos. If you watch one of my product videos, now these are products that most of them are not related to amateur radio. They're related to just general products, all kinds of things, just general products. My hydro garden hobby, I put a video in there about that. I've gotten a lot of views that sold the product, so I get a commission. That's how it works. So check out my Amazon store and see what you think there. You can support my show. I don't do Patreon or ask for donations. That's how I make money to reinvest in my show. Let's see if I get anything else. Oh, here's the letter from Mike, and it says, "I have watched your YouTube channel for some time now. I may not always comment, although he does comment quite often, but I'm watching and liking. I enjoy watching you and what you share on your shows. Keep up the great work. I wanted to make something for you in appreciation for what you do. I made this using my laser engraver. I hope you like it." Oh, it's exactly what I needed. I had a similar plaque like this, and I lost it. Just like I lost Mr. Finger, but this week I found a brand new Mr. Finger. I have no idea what I did with the other one. So he's going to be back on the show too. And it says, finally, take care and have a great day. 73's Mike. All righty. I want to thank Mike for doing that. I've had a couple of people do that, send me stuff, send me radios that they no longer use so that I can demonstrate them on my show, and I appreciate that. So hopefully I am turning the curve as far as my sickness, and I'll be able to do a couple of videos this weekend. I want to do the video on this antenna. I want to do a video or two on two of Rob's radios, because I'm behind on that, and we're going to try to catch up. I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please give me a thumbs up. That tells me I'm doing shows that you're interested in and not just wasting your time. And have a great day. Bye-bye.